Ready for part 2, guys. Sharing the link out everywhere and we get started, whether the timers run out or not. We've got about, we read the first 100 pages of it last night, plus the other exhibits. We've got about 40 pages full of text messages between Phil and his minor victim from the Scranton District Attorney's Office. And we're going to be reading the rest of those today. Trigger warning, they're pretty bad. They are pretty bad. I'm just going to be honest with you. That is, it's not good content. It's not the way you probably want to think about your daughter or child. But this is what this guy did, according to the Lackawanna County District Attorney. Now, she did refuse to testify at the time, but it seems like she's got a new outlook on life now. So we'll check into that. Yeah, last night was crazy. It was a 7-hour stream. I read the first 100 pages of text messages, and then I just couldn't do it anymore. We didn't finish till like almost 4 o'clock or 3:30 or some 3. I didn't get home till 4. That's what it was. It's wild, dude. If you haven't seen last night, then you probably want to go. Oh, sorry. There's the music. If you haven't seen last night, you probably want to go check it out. It's at least the end of the show. Like when I cover the field documents, I separate it on most places, but it's all together on Twitch. But it's a separate video on YouTube I posted this morning. Same thing on Rumble. It got posted about lunchtime today. It's on Facebook. Why does it matter if it's on Rumble? You're on Facebook. All right, guys, here we go. Let me kill this music. We'll run the full intro. Music stop. Music pause. Boom, boom. Turn this back up so I don't forget to unmute it again like I did that time. Here we go with Intel Lady being intro lady.
Hey, everybody. It's Tim Cold here. Listen up. You guys are really mad at me because of my last broadcast. I disclosed a God dream where we were all instructed by God to subscribe to Cold Beer Confessional channel on Rumble and BitChute and Twitch and YouTube. Listen, it's not my fault. I have to disclose what I'm told by God. So don't get mad at me. If you want to do something about that, the best thing you can do is go into the comments section on his YouTube channel. Just imagine these guys are you guys going into the Will Bird's comments section and saying things like, your channel is trash, your sunglasses look ridiculous, you're not a real patriot, or, your wife can do better. Just anything like that. And for those of you saying that actually that will help his channel because it will bring more engagement and it'll help the algorithms, I've already run this past Uncle Teshy. Uncle Teshy knows about algorithms, okay? There is nothing Nikola Tesla is more expert at than YouTube algorithms. And if he says it won't affect it, then it won't affect it. So I strongly suggest that you guys get into the comments section and call this guy an asshole.
Thank you very much for the intro, Intel Lady. This is the Cold Beer Confessional, and I'm your host, Will Bird. Thank you guys for joining us again. I know it's not my normal time. I know it's not my normal day. That's part of it.
Desert Doxy's just resubscribed for 6 months. Good afternoon, Will and peeps.
Thank you very much, Doxys.
Coffee for part 2. Nothing gets done today, lol.
we are going over the rest of the court documents surrounding Phil. Now, this is not the Scranton Times case, although these documents, I didn't point it out last night, but they're stamped ST and then the file number on the bottom. These are from the Scranton Times. So the Scranton Times are the ones who got these documents released. So they're going to be in the main case as well. They're going to be in both cases. If we look at the documents, they're stamped ST at the bottom with a exhibit number or whatever. So this is actually, while Phil is suing the Scranton Times, his victim from all those years ago came back forward and was tired of his shit, basically, according to her. She was always made as the bad guy, the victim, the crazy person. Her friends all made it up, blah, 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 blah. Well, since then, all the text messages have been released. So last night, if you go watch the show, it's posted. It's here on Twitch. It's at the end of a 7-hour stream I did last night. It's on YouTube, Rumble. It's everywhere. So go find it. You can see the first 100 pages and the other exhibits. Tonight, we're going to go over today, we're going to go over the rest of the text messages. I just couldn't do it. It was already 3 a.m. There's 76 pages or something to this. I did get it rotated so everybody can believe this. Or everybody can read it. While we're going through this, pay attention. I'm going to be saying their names at the first of it, like Phil, and then reading the message. But basically, if it says incoming, it's Phil. If it says outgoing, it's the girl, because they pulled these from her phone, right? And you'll see that. It'll you don't have to believe me. It'll reinforce it here. But we're going to go through the rest of these. If you want to support the show, you guys know how to do it. You can use bits. For the animations, 500, 600, 1,000 different animations, 500, 600, 700, 1,000 different animations to go off. Buy Me a Coffee is a great option. You can join our Patreon for extra content. We also have Dono Clip. We just had one from Ramesh earlier about Phil being chicken shit. Dono Clip, where you can record a customized audio or video message and send it in. We'll play it on air. You don't get charged unless we play it. So even if it's something like violates TOS and we don't play it, you don't get charged for it. You can also check out our merch shop if you're interested. But yeah, use Buy Me a Coffee. Join our Patreon. You can use this other donation link or use bits. Whatever you want to do. Let's change the screen around here. There's the website. Coldbeer.fund is how you donate. Type in ! tip in the chat, and the bot will tell you coldbeer.fund. Let's get over here to these documents, which I've rotated. We are on page 100. Now we're reading. These are text messages between Phil and his victim. The reason these came out earlier and not in the Scranton Times case is the victim is now testifying on behalf of Scranton Times. She signed a sworn affidavit, and she's going to be on the stand for the Scranton Times. Phil then decided to sue her for defamation. So he's suing his victim, Bree. He's suing his victim, Bree. There's some very, very interesting. There's some very interesting text messages in here, including, let's see where this one is. 15, 16-year-old girl. There's one that I want to read for sure. Here it is. Following a fight, fuck you, then fuck your shopping trip and your car too. I'm not spending $1 until you this is Phil. It says following a fight which started because plaintiff messaged one of defendant's friends telling the friend he had a dream about her. We need a break. Period. I can't convey how much I care about you. You just do not trust me. Time apart may help. I don't know. Goodbye. I love you. Fuck you then. Fuck your shopping trip and your car too. I'm not spending $1 until I'm convinced you realize how much I care about you. There's no way I'm buying your love. And right now, I'm the furthest thing from convinced. I temporarily blocked your number from texting. I need some time to figure this out. I love you, Bree. And it then appears plaintiff blocked defendant's number for approximately 10 hours. I want to find the one that says, we read this one last night. I have no intentions of not talking to you anymore, you retard. I told you I wouldn't, and I meant it. I wanted to see how you reacted to all this. You failed today, though. Big time fail. Don't make it seem like you wasn't crying, dumb bitch. I needed to get to the heart of your feelings. This is when he pretended like he was going to break up with her. But again, it was just a test for some reason. He says, oh, you're with Tom. This is Tom Neslo. That's why you aren't talking, Kay. The feeling I have in my stomach when you're with Tom and I'm on the other line trying to talk to you, and the pain and awful feeling I'm left with for the rest of the day is far worse than any thrilling feeling of loving you, being with you, and having sex with you. We need to stop, Bree. I can't love you knowing you're with someone else who loves you, and you shouldn't either. This has to end. These were all taken directly, forensically, from her phone. from her phone, and Phil texts this number. Now, Phil claims that he hired a private investigator that he can't name and can't remember who it is, and this private investigator proved that all these text messages were fake, but there's no evidence that exists of that at all. 3 o'clock and no later, you bitch. I'll kill you if you're late again. There's going to be rules. The car, this is when he was giving her a car. He says the car will be titled to me, not you. If you break the rules, I will pull the car. I don't like some days you treat me like a piece of garbage. That's either going to change real soon or this is over, plain and simple. I wanted to talk to you all day, and you've done nothing but dismiss me for over an hour. Now, like, fuck you. Sorry for loving you and being excited to hear your voice. Fuck you. What kind of puppy do you want? I'll make you sign a paper that is mine, though, so I can hold it hostage when we're fighting. He says, I'm going out tonight right now. Actually, I haven't been drunk in over a year, and I need to because of you. So he's even blaming his life choices on her as if she's doing something to him. There's one more I want to find before we get in here because we already read it last night, and it is the one about her mother. Let me see if I could find it. This was charge 3. I think it's going to be under assault, charge 2 or charge 1. Continue to suffer, approximate the statements to the defendant, words imputing statements to defendant, falsely, in addition, like negatively. Just a second, let me find it. Bree was not born. So these are some of the claims he made. Bree was not born in 93. She was. He says she wrote an affidavit that just completely lies. That's also not true. He says that she swore to an affidavit that was false, incorrect, and defamatory. He then stated, keep lying, I'm going to get you. Also not true. Let me find this one message, then we'll go to page 100. The email then states any sexual relationship when the couple occurred when the couple were of age, and this has never been denied. It absolutely has been denied. He said that he never had sex with her. Then he had to come out and said, I had sex with her when she was an adult. If that's what you're talking about, of course. The girl lied the first and second time, had between us, fabricated. Where's that one text message about from her mom? I disagree. I think she'll see me as a... Okay, here it is. So it says, plaintiff and defendant discuss having a relationship again numerous times. The plaintiff indicates that he is finished having sex with Bree for a long time, if that's okay with Bree. All of which evidence the existence of a past relationship. Moreover, and significantly, plaintiff clearly identifies a past sexual relationship with Bree while Bree was underage when he sends the following text message on March 5th of 2010. So what happened is Phil and Bree were together and somehow they got sort of busted. Not fully busted, but this is already after Phil's been fired. This is already after the earring incident. This is already after Bree's mom knows who Phil is. And it seems like Dory already has a clue. Like they've already been busted once, not by the cops, but just like really suspicious. And they stopped hanging out for a while. And then they got back together. I don't know how long that time period was, but this is after they get back together. Because Phil has already talked face to face with Bree's mom and lied to her. In this text message, you can see it. It says, the text message on March 5th regarding how he believes Bree's mother, Linda, would feel about him. And he says, I disagree. I think she'll see me as the 25-year-old that fucked her 15-year-old daughter and lied to her about it. We find later on that he's already been fired from the school, that it's her mom that got him fired, that this has been an amount of time. And he's already spoke to her face to face. I lied to her about it. This is Phil talking. I disagree. I think she'll, which is Bree's mom, see me as a 25-year-old that fucked her 15-year-old daughter and lied to her about it. He's not very good at hiding this. He admits to it several times in all these text messages. Like, there is, unless the only Hail Mary he could possibly have, is somehow getting every text message thrown out of court. And I don't see that happening. There's too many of them. You'll also see a lot of signs of like emotional abuse, manipulation. Yeah, it's really weird. Like, basically, he doesn't want Bree to have sex with anybody but him. according to these text messages, but he's still living with Dory, but he's trying to convince her that you need to let me live with Dory. That's why I let you have other boys, but every time she's with another boy, he like flips out and gets super jealous. It's all so strange. It's a lot of, especially when you think about a 15-year-old having to struggle with this, right? If a 15-year-old is struggling with this, and her boyfriend just unalived himself, like it would be hard for an adult to deal with some of these stressors. But no, not for Phil. He's like, screw it. Here we go. So in just a second, we're going to read the rest of these documents. I've got them rotated up. There's about 44, 45 more pages of them. If you start at page 100, you'll see some of them are duplicated. When they're duplicated, it was either duplicated because of bad service or somebody responded to it with like an emote, and it doesn't obviously it doesn't show emotes in plain text. So if you see duplicates, don't worry about them. I just try not to read them twice. Sometimes I mess up and read them twice. So did she get kicked out of his cousin? Did she get kicked out and have his cousin pick her up? Yes, a female. A female come and picked her up that apparently she was friends with. He also says that his uncle knew, and another guy, his uncle that he works at the gas station with, and somebody else knew, and they all fabricate stories for each other because they're all cheating on their partners, basically. That's the gist of it. We went through most of those last night, but now we're about to start here. I think that should be it. There was an ad running on YouTube, so it should be over by now. Okay. So outgoing here is Bree. She says, WTF. Phil says, yeah, I needed tomorrow off because I scheduled appointments all day. So Pete made me work all day in order to make up for tomorrow. Bree says, you're always busy and stupid. Phil says, that's an awesome idea, though. What made you think of that? Bree, I don't know. It's a good idea. It's somewhere we can actually, like, talk. So they're talking about going to Lake Scranton and on a hike. That we can actually, like, talk and spend time together where we won't have to be worried about seeing people. Phil, you didn't go there with someone else before, and now you're pretending it's an original idea, did you? Because if not, you just made me love you anymore. Bree, why would you love me even more if I suggested going to Lake Scranton? Laugh out loud. Phil, because I love those kinds of things, and you didn't answer me. Bree, do you really? And yes, I did. I love you. Phil, yeah, there's not something material that you can get me because chances are I already have it, or if I wanted it, I'd just go buy it for myself. Those types of walks and talks and stupid little things make me melt. Dory never fucking got that. Maybe, then it cuts off. We don't get any of the see more. It's just not included in this. Bree, you like going for walks and stuff? Phil, well, not just walks, small things like that. Like I would have never thought a walk at Lake Scranton. They caught me off guard, but it's fantastic. I love it. And he corrects it to that caught me off guard, not they. Bree, let's go then. Phil, I so would like right now, but I'm stuck here until 7 and can't leave. Bree, get me a job at Subway. Again, your secret agent works at a gas station and Subway. Phil, I just hope that's something you thought of and didn't do with Tom yesterday after I dropped you off. Bree, laugh out loud. Phil, 3 periods. Bree, I'm KK, and then she corrects it to JK. I'm just kidding. Phil, they won't hire you here. That got ruined last year. Again, when they got busted last year, she can't get a job at Subway, even though Phil's working at Subway. Remember the secret agent, Edward Snowden? And I told y'all he worked at fucking Subway? They won't hire you here. She said, get me a job at Subway. They won't hire you here. Why would he say here? Because that's where he's fucking working. Bree, LMAO, they wouldn't? Phil, no way, I wish. Bree, what would Dory do? What would Dory do if I got a job at Subway? Phil, force me to not come here anymore, but that wouldn't happen because they won't hire you. How about this? Quit smoking weed if you do, and I'm 100% sure you do, and I know you aren't lying to me about it. I'll give you whatever money you need. Whatever you need, you won't have to work unless you want to. Again, buying the affection and obedience of a 15-year-old child. Bree. LMAO, Phil, I am not just going to be like, hey, give me money. I'll stop smoking weed because I love you, and if that keeps you around, then I have no problem stopping. But I'm not just going to ask you for money and stuff. Phil, just please stop, okay? It's killing me. We'll go on shopping trips then. Bree, or I'll take money, rolling on the floor laughing. I just need a car. That's all I want. Phil, he's promised to buy her a car several times and a puppy, and he talked about the earrings he purchased her. Phil, I'll work on that. I still need to speak with your mother. Bree, I know the car I want. I don't even want to look anywhere. I've been eyeing it up for like 2 months now, and I have a small orgasm every time I see it. It's a white 2-door Honda Civic at Goggins on Main Street in Taylor. Phil, I know the car I want. I don't even want to look anywhere. I've been eyeing it up. Oh, he must have responded to that. Phil, he must have sent an emote to it. Phil, even if you were my daughter, I would never spend $13,000 on a car for a 16-year-old. Keep dreaming. And then it doubles up. Bree, you brought Dory an Infinity. Phil, she's 24 and been driving for 8 years. Bree, she's not 24. Phil, 23.8. Sorry. Phil, also, your mother is never going to go for it anyway, but that's way too much, Bree. Sad face. Bree, she's like 21. Phil, Dory was born in 86. She'll be 24 in October. Bree, yes, she will. Phil, you know how who somehow got prettier? I can't even believe I'm saying this. Maggie. Bree, you got Dory and Infinity. Phil, and I'll get you anything you want to, but not at 18. Bree, if you think Maggie's pretty, you're retarded, and I don't care. You buy Dory everything she wants to. Fuck off. Phil then sends 3 periods. Then we go to Phil says, hey, pardon me. Bree says, no. You buy Dory everything. Sorry, I can't be old and mature like her. I sincerely apologize. Phil, Bree, $13,000 is honestly way too much for me. I can't afford that much. He just finished telling her how he could buy anything and that when he leaves Dory, he bought a car for Dory, but when they separate, he doesn't care. She can keep it. $40,000-$50,000 car is a drop in the bucket. He doesn't care about any of that. Who cares? Money's no object to him. He can buy himself anything he wants. Then he's trying to say $13,000 is too much. He then says, you originally told me anything with 4 wheels and an engine. I wasn't going to get you a piece of garbage, but that Civic is unreasonable. And this is all assuming Linda is okay with me talking to you. Again, her mom. You have to tell your mom that a 25-year-old who's fucking his 15-year-old, your 15-year-old daughter is also buying you a car. Bree, no, Linda won't think we're talking. You're retarded. Fuck you. Phil, mean Bree came out. Hate when that happens. If you come home with a $13,000 car, or really any car at all, Linda won't think we're talking again. Fuck you. Bree, oh, I'm so rich, I'll buy you any car you want, blah, 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 and I'll buy Dory a VAT too. But wait, never mind, I can't afford it. Like, all you do is lie. Shut up, you piss me off, and I don't want to talk to you for the rest of the day, which, again, is true. He just finished lying about that. Like, a $40,000 or $50,000 car was nothing. The only reason he can't leave Dory right now is because they've got property together, and it would cost him $500,000 if he lost the property or some shit. Bill then says, laugh out loud, you bitch. You spoiled little cunt of a bitch. Kay, I love you. Heart, text me whenever. Bree, don't call me a cunt. Wow, are you serious? I don't think I could possibly hate you anymore today. Now you don't answer me? I actually don't like you. I can't stand you. Phil. Then he quotes Bree and says, Phil, I just want anything that drives. I need a car. Bad, please. Phil says, I don't know. Bree, huge risk. I'll see what I can do. Might have to clear it with your mom, though. Bree, okay, I know. We'll see what happens. I'll try easing Linda into it. And then it says Phil, and it cuts off. And he says, Heart, I love you so much. Ha, 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 ha. Bree, I love you too. Phil, I don't know how I put up with you. Heart, rolling on the floor, laughing my ass off. Phil, 107. I really can't stand you. I hate your guts. 109. I love you too. Bree, you piss me off. Phil, no, life pisses you off and you take it out on me. But that's okay because I love you and I'll deal with it. Bree, No, you make my life miserable. Phil, by offering to buy you a car, give you money so you don't have to work, keep you clean and off drugs, and fall in love with you. You're right. I'm so terrible, like a damn fool. Bree, I love you. I love you so much. Phil, winky face. Bree, okay, then what about something decent at $10,000 or under? Phil, I'll think we'll worry about Linda first, then about the cost and car model. You think it's worth risking us over a car? So he told her he would buy this car as long as Linda was okay with it. And then when she started getting serious about this car, he started saying, oh, well, you still got to tell Linda. She's not going to let this happen. You could cost us our whole relationship. He doesn't want to buy her fucking car. He just wants to fuck. But he's like, you could cost us our whole relationship. She might put this all, what if she exposes me or files for an order of protection? What if she does that? Blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't risk it. But if you want to risk it for a car, you go ahead. But you shouldn't. You shouldn't risk it. Phil, you think it's worth risking us over a car? Now you don't answer me. I actually don't like you. I can't stand you. Winky face. Bree, I was in the shower. Phil, where's my picture then? Bree, coming. Phil then responds with a bunch of different emotes and smiley faces and F and D's and F's and then a slant smiley face. Then he says, I'm already hard. Fuck. Wait, when did you start showering? I'm already hard, Phil. It's weird you keep admitting to this weird sexual relationship with this girl. Bree, you don't even say anything? Last time I ever sent you anything, ever. You blew it. Phil, wait, I didn't get anything. Resend. Yep, that'll work. Be right back. Bree, oh my God, laugh out loud. Phil, K, phew. Bree, shut up, laugh out loud. Phil, I want you so bad every second of the day. Oh yeah, one of the craziest comments earlier on these text messages. You just have to go back. Oh, enough BS about you 15 six-packs. Thanks for what you do. Thank you very much. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. It's a huge donation. One of the craziest earlier text messages we read, you have to go back and watch the video from last night, is, you know how a female sometimes, let's take the age out of this because this is creepy, but let's say two consenting adults. A female sometimes will say, like, when you're engaging in like foreplay or sexting, right? She'll say, like, I'm already wet. That's just a thing that happens. We're talking about adults now. It's creepy talking about a 15-year-old. I don't even want to entertain that, but adults. If an adult says, if an adult female says, I'm already wet, the last thing you should fucking respond with, Phil, is, yeah, I already came in my pants twice. Phil's response to that was, yeah, I already came twice in my pants. In his pants! The reason Phil allegedly does this with 50, he has no game for a fucking adult. He has no. If I told a female, an adult, even when I was in high school, if I told a girl in high school I came in my pants twice, all that would do is make them laugh at me. Like I would just be laughed at by fucking everybody. What are you? Why is that your comeback? You came in your pants twice? Well, it would be impossible for her to be a 15-year-old girl currently, so they can't be recent texts. They were released recently. And he says, it does all that stuff. He says, I want you so bad every second of every day. Bree, I constantly think about having sex with you. Phil, really? Bree, no, I'm lying. Phil, are Drew Torba's eyes supposed to be that close together? Or did he have some sort of optical surgery? Bree, rolling on the floor laughing, oh my God. Phil, no, really. Is there something wrong with his eyes? They're like 1 inch apart. That's not good. That's not good. He must see everything in double. Sister is decently pretty. What the fuck happened to Drew? Poor fellow. Also, to manipulate this 15-year-old child to get off drugs because she smokes weed, he said that his twin brother died from drug addiction. Phil's twin brother died from drug addiction. You know Phil's twin? Gil? Brie, she never even let a boy go up her skirt. Don't even try. So Phil says, sister is decently pretty. What the fuck happened to Drew? Poor fellow. Brie responds, she never even let a boy go up her skirt. Don't even try. She's literally defending other children from Phil. Don't even try with her. Don't even try with her. Phil, no, I wouldn't. I'm just comparing her and Drew. Brie, Amanda got Miss Viking. Phil sends a bunch of emotes, I guess. Brie sends a bunch of hearts. Phil says, are you at the thing? Brie, no, Sierra just told me. Phil, oh. Brie, Becca and Lindsay got co-captains. Phil, Amanda deserves it. Brie, I know. I'm so happy for her. Kay. Phil says, hi, heart. Brie says, heart. Phil says, when you're 18, can we just get the fuck out of here and leave everyone behind? Brie, when I'm 18, we're moving to California or Florida, and you can support me for the rest of my life. Phil, I'm sick of everyone and everything. This area, the people, the food, the lifestyle. I want to sit on the beach all day and golf. Then go home to you and have sex. Beach, obviously, because apparently he says B-E-E. He's misspelled beach. Beach, obviously. You can be one of those hot waitresses at a fancy restaurant and make $300 a night in tips. Brie, I want to lay in the sun all day on the beach and get skin cancer and go for walks on the beach at night. You and go shopping all day and then go home to my baby. Phil, and I'll sell $1 million houses. Brie, yeah, we're moving, really. Phil, yes, really. Brie, you'll still be with Dory, though. Phil, rolling on the floor laughing, yep. No. Not when you're 18. Brie says, yes, you will. Phil says, Dory can't come? Why not? She can be the maid. Brie says, oh my God, ha ha ha. She can wash the sheets after we have sex. Phil says, yep, and clean the toilet with a toothbrush. Brie says, with her toothbrush, if she's lucky enough to get one, huh? Phil says, rolling on the floor, laughing heart. Brie, just saw you something on Main Street just saw you driving maybe on Main Street in OF. Phil, no you didn't. I'm at Osmolia's, which is the gas station Subway he works at. Where you going, hot stuff? Bree says, with my dad. Phil, maybe I can buy him a car too. Bree, no, you were rich last week, but now you're poor and can't even buy me a car. Phil, I really don't like you. I hate your guts. I love you. Bree, I'm so bipolar. Phil, no fucking shit. Understatement of the year. Bree, ha ha ha. I just go, Dad. Can we go to Subway? And he goes, to see that scumbag? Phil says, ouch. Major ouch. Again, they know Phil. They know where he works. He works in Subway. I don't know why people can't fucking get this to their head. This motherfucker was a sandwich artist and sold houses on the side. Ouch. Major ouch. Bree says, Hugh. Phil says, we're going to Victoria's Secret so I can buy you sexy things to wear for me, Kay? Again, a 15-year-old. Phil says to a 15-year-old, we're going to Victoria's Secrets so I can buy you sexy things to wear for me, Kay? As a 25-year-old man. Bree, will you really? I need bras and stuff. Phil, abso-fucking-lutely. Bree, will you take me shopping to the crossings? And I'll give you head on the way there and on the way back. Phil says, deal. Bree, really? By the way, again, his claim is he did corrupt her, but he just texted her while consoling her, and that corrupted her, sending her text messages. And then she threatened to expose him. He said, no way. I'm a good guy. I'm out of here. I got to be at Subway in 15 minutes to work my shift, you crazy person. Bree says, really? Phil says, fuck yeah. Bree, when you want to go, we can walk around there and hold hands and spend the day together. Phil, sometime this week. I don't know what day yet. I'll clear something. Bree, you'll take me to the crossings this week? Phil, I'll do anything for you, Bree. I love you to death. Except leave Dory. I'll even do that too, just not right now. Bree, I'm really starting to be convinced that you really do love me. Phil, yeah, I think eventually you'll see. Bree, will you really buy me sexy lingerie? Phil, as much as you want. I have veto power, though. Bree, what's the money limit? Phil, unlimited. Bree, Phil, LMAO. Oh, come on. Phil, but I also have unlimited veto power. Bree, rolling on the floor laughing. What do you mean veto power? Phil, veto power means if there's a stitch of clothing I don't like, you don't get it, regardless of how much you might be in love with it. Bree, rolling on the floor laughing. Oh my God. Phil, and don't fucking whine when I say no, because that won't work. I'll veto everything. Bree, oh my God. Ha 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 ha. I love you. Phil, and you may have to give me head in one of the dressing rooms. We'll see. Phil says to a 15-year-old as a 25-year-old man, and you may have to give me head in one of the dressing rooms. We'll see. Bree says, I will. Phil, maybe we can even have sex. I've never did that before. Bree, want to try? Phil, depends on how many people are there. You can go to jail for that. We'll see. Bree, yeah, that'll be a double whammy. Again, because she's underage and they're having sex in a dressing room. Phil says, that might rank high on the craziest places you've ever had sex in list, though. Bree, absolutely. We can pull it off, even if I have to bend over really quick. Phil, okay, now I'm excited, so fuck you. Bree, this week, question mark? Phil, yeah, maybe like Wednesday. Tomorrow is shit, and I have an office meeting, or tomorrow is shot, and I have an office meeting at 5 on Tuesday. Bree, okay, so Wednesday. Phil, tentatively, yes. Subject to change. This is like all of his shows he does. Bree, where do I tell Linda I'm going? Phil, like if someone calls me Tuesday and says, I want you to sell me your 1.4 Deer Lake house, $1.4 Deer Lake house Wednesday at 4 p.m., we'll be moving our date, I think. I don't know. That's your problem. What to tell Linda. Going to the crossings with Crystal? What do you think Drew would do if I started liking Kristen's status updates and shit? So they're talking about, if you don't know who they're talking about Andrew Torba, who is the founder of, what is it, Gab? They're talking about Andrew Torba. Drew is Andrew Torba, and Kristen is his sister. Bree, delete her or I'll break up with you. Phil, okay, okay, done. Bree, delete her. Phil, I am. Bree, now. Phil, remove connection. Bree, I hate her more than Dory and Ashley White and Caitlin Brennan. Phil, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Bree, K. Phil says, oh, I forgot a stipulation for Wednesday. You can never wear them for another boy as long as we're still together, which is like forever. Bree, okay, promise, it's a deal. Phil, K. Bree, really sexy lingerie? Phil, there's no VS down there, though. There's no VS down there, though. Guess that doesn't matter. You could make a cardboard bra and underwear look fucking hot. Or ignore me. Really, really nice comment. Nice comment. Nice fucking iPhone. Bree, LMAO. I mean, hey, I could make anything look hot because I am Bree, bitch. And what the fuck do you mean there's no Victoria's Secret down there? Are you slow? They have every store imaginable down there. Okay, he's saying there's no Victoria's Secret at the crossings. Phil, I don't think so, but I hate it there, so maybe I just missed it. Bree, okay, so Crystal just texted me and told me you messaged her on Facebook and were flirting with her and told her you had a dream about her. You're such a fucking filthy piece of shit. Honestly, Phil, you're a disgusting human being. Go fuck yourself. So, who is Crystal? Crystal is one of Bree's friends. So, Phil was apparently, allegedly, according to Crystal, was texting her and saying that she had some type of sexualized dream about this other underage girl. And she told on Phil back to Bree while they were trying to set up this plan that Bree was going to pretend she was going shopping with Crystal, but she was really going with Phil. Phil, rolling on the floor laughing. I messaged Crystal on Facebook and told her she was a cheerleader. She was a cheerleading in my dream. At no point did I flirt with that girl. What a fucking dirtbag. Bree says, fuck you. Phil corrects it to cheerleader instead of cheerleading. Then he says, and my entire opinion of Crystal has now changed since that's the second fucking time she said I flirted with her. So multiple accusations of flirting with another minor. Bree, you're a pig. My opinion of you has changed. Go fuck yourself. You're a pathetic excuse for a human being. Phil says, K. You're ridiculous. Just because I said Crystal was hot one time means I can have absolutely no contact with her at all. Sorry, I wasn't aware. Be mad, whatever. Love you. So again, he's justifying that he's hitting on another minor that's friends with the minor he's sleeping with. Here we go. Bree forwards the message from Crystal. So, yeah, Phil just IM'd me and goes, I had a dream about you last night. You were a cheerleader or something. And I saw you driving the big white, whatever the fuck it is, the other day. He was being all flirty and shit. Just wanted to let you know. No, you don't. You're absolutely disgusting. I'm ridiculous, Phil. You have told me several times you think she's really hot and would have sex with her. I told you that it bothers me because she's really slutty and I didn't want you talking to her anymore because you flirted with her once before. And then Phil says, oh, maybe she must have forgotten to forward the part that said, it was nothing sexual, so don't get the wrong idea. Like, fuck you, you fat pig. What an attention-loving scumbag. I can't believe she's trying to manipulate my words. Oh, ha, don't worry. My next convo with Crystal won't be so nice. And I would never hook up with one of your friends. Again, I told you, one of her friends. Or anyone else for that matter, you retarded idiot. Bree, why would you IM her and tell her that? Like, what was the fucking point? You're so disgusting. Phil, I wasn't aware I couldn't. If it were anyone else, I would have IM'd them too. Just so happens Crystal was a cheerleader in my dream last night. Who cares? And for the record, I no longer think she's hot. She gained about 30 pounds by the look of it. Why are you so worried, Bree? Because this is the second time you've IM'd her and flirted with her after I told you I don't want you talking to her because she's gross. And I know how you are. And maybe because you told me you would have sex with her? Phil, connection removed. That'll be the last contact I ever have with that manipulating bitch. Bree, K. Phil. Phil says, Bree, what I'm about to say is the honest God's truth. If that girl were laying on a bed naked, wanting to fuck my brains out, and I knew for 100% you'd never find out ever, I still wouldn't do it. I know what I would do to you, and I know what it would do to you, and I would never. Bree, oh fucking please, the damage is already done. Phil, either believe me or don't, but I meant absolutely nothing by that convo today. I even fucking told her that. What an attention seeker. I've never seen anything like it. Last time I asked her about California and she said I was flirting. Then too. Like, holy fuck, I'd punch her in the face right now if she were here. Phil's punching underage girls in the face or fantasizing about it. Bree, oh yeah, make her look like the bad guy. Phil, fuck it then, whatever, good night. Bree, you're so disgusting. Phil, phone's dying, so really, bye. Bree, Kay, go flirt with all my slutty friends. Phil says, Kay, we need to talk, I think. Bree, no, go flirt with my friends. Phil, in person. Tonight if you can. Bree, no. Phil says, no, question mark. Bree says, no. Phil, Kay, will you text me when you're available to meet? I won't bother you with my disgustingness till then. She then says, no, question mark. No. Phil says, no what? Bree says, I'm not seeing you. Phil says, ever? So you're ending this? Bree says, shut up. Phil says, can you make sense for a minute, please? Kay, I'm not begging. Good night. I love you and I'm sorry, question mark. I'm still learning you, Bree. I don't know where the boundaries are yet. Give me a fucking break, please. Bree, I don't care. Go flirt with my friends. Phil, are you fucking serious? Bree says, are you? Question mark. Phil says, you can receive a text message from a boy asking for birthday sex, but I sent an instant message to a girl about something innocent, and that's not okay? Whatever, Bree. You're just like fucking Dory. I'm not putting up with this shit. I'm not texting you. Bree, if I was fucking hiding it, I would have. I told you about it and said no. You're just a typical scumbag guy who turns the tables around. K word, I received a text. I wasn't the one who tried to make a play. You did. You messaged her trying to get with, and then it cuts off. Phil. Yeah. Talk to you later. If you think I would get with one of your friends, that this entire thing is a waste of my time and yours. Bree, oh my God, you're fucking ridiculous, and never compare me to Dory ever again. Phil, we need a break, period. I can't convey how much I care about you because you just do not trust me. Time apart might help. I don't know. Goodbye, heart. I love you. Bree, no, you don't. Phil, fuck you then. Bree, that was nice and respectful. Phil, yeah. Then we get this one, his little fit he throws. Phil, fuck your shopping trip and your car too. I'm not spending $1 on you until I'm convinced you realize how much I care about you. There's no way I'm buying your love. And right now, I'm the furthest from convinced. Sick of this shit. Trying so hard, then boom, another fight. I don't even care. I just, whatever. Then it says J. Dudge Nuffle. Whatever that means. Bree, you don't have to convince me with money, you fucking asshole, but I did trust you and was convinced you loved me until I got that text from one of my Frida, corrected to friends. Phil, yeah, right, I don't love you. Psh, I was just using you to get to Crystal this whole time. Are you fucking stupid? And obviously you're doing something more important right now than to figure this out with me, so just fucking go. I'm tired of K. It cuts off. I temporarily blocked your number from texting me. I need some time to figure this out. Bree, what? Are you fucking kidding me, Phil? Automated message, user unavailable, 570-780-4567. Your SMS is being returned as unsent. Phil, I also deleted the texting app for now. So this isn't even all the messages. They had a texting app that the police claim was so they could they could scrub their messages they sent back and forth, right? So it was like some type of secret texting app that would delete the messages once they were seen, kind of like Snapchat messages or whatever. I also deleted the texting app for now. I don't know if you're getting these. Probably not, actually. But if you are, I'm really sorry about today. I'm just really crushed right now. Maybe I made a mistake. The end us. Anyways, I love you again. Bree says, I'm getting these. But she gets an automated, you couldn't be returned. Phil, I tried calling you. Seems you're probably with Tom. Good night. Love you. I'll be at Osmolia's, that's the gas station and Subway, for another 20 minutes if you'd like to talk, assuming you're even getting these. Bree, you block my number, then expect me to call you? Again, she gets an automated text return. Phil, I don't know if you'll be able to call my cell phone. 457-2421 is Osmolia's number. I got 15 minutes, then I'm out. So listen. Phil claims that all these text messages were fabricated by a few 15-year-olds, right? He claims that the private eye proved that her and her friends made all these text messages up with some type of app that doesn't exist that actually sends them from Phil's phone. So all that's a fucking lie. But even if that were true, they know every schedule. They know every day he's working. They know every house he's got for sale. They know every meeting he has. They know every time he has to report to a fucking house showing. They know everything about you. Bullshit. He gives the number for the fucking Subway, and he says, "Good night, Brianna. I love you more than anything." Brie, I love you too. By the way, I told Linda I'm going to the crossings on Wednesday with Amanda. She said, "Okay, I'll give you some money." Hugh. Bill, Hugh. I don't know what this HEW is they keep saying. They keep saying it back and forth as like yay or something. Phil says, "Hugh, I'll app text you in the morning around 10 or so." Bree, before that. Phil, I love you. Bree, I love you. Hearts. Phil, I have an 8 a.m. meeting. Sad face. I'll try before that. Bree. K, then like at 9:20? Phil, okay, not. Phil says, sexy heart, I'm going into a meeting now. I'll app text you as soon as I'm out. I love you. Bree, hot stuff. Phil, hearts. Bree, I'm literally going to kill myself. I'm going to freak the fuck out. Phil, I'm sorry I can't talk. I'm in the middle of a showing. I'll call you in the second I get out. Bree, K. Phil, might as well say ha 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 at the end. Bree, I must say, that is so cute. I'm in tears. I can't get over how in love you two are. Phil, yeah, about as much as Wild E. Coyote. That's not how you spell it. Wild E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. She says, Hugh. Phil says, love you, Bree. Yo, he uses a soft A N-word here. By the way, earlier he had some other racial stuff about a Jewish guy and about he used Negro earlier in some text messages. She says, LMAO. Phil says, heart, I'll text you later, fool. Foo. I'll text you later, fool. So the reason there's big missing conversations is because they went to the app, right? It's safer. I don't even know why they're texting it all through this phone number. This was dumb. This is why I got him busted. Bree says, pace the fuck out, bro, boy. You're hot. You're hot. Phil, I'm aware. Wish I could say the same about you. Sorry. Bree, it's okay. I understand. I'm ugly. I'm just lucky to have someone as good looking as you in my life. Phil, yeah, you are pretty lucky, to be quite fucking honest. Glad you realized that. Finally took you long enough. Now go make me a sandwich, bitch. Bree, to be quite fucking honest, haha, you don't deserve a sandwich, you slut. Phil, and a pickle with Oreos. Bread and butter pickle only, K, thanks. Bree, I'll shove a pickle up your ass. Really far up there, too. Phil says, ooh. Bree, yes, to the point where you'll be shitting pickles for the rest of your life, huh? Phil, K, I hope your trip down your front steps tomorrow morning and hit your top front teeth off the curb and they fall out so you're even more ugly than currently, K? I win. Bree, I hope tonight while you're asleep, your wild snapping turtles climbs out of its tank and gnaws off your nose and claws out your left eye. Phil, I still win, mainly because I'm just better than you. Overall, just completely and utterly better at everything. I have to go. I'm sitting here texting instead of doing my job. I love you so much. Hearts. Bree, K, you're still hideous and long, and your nipple hairs could strangle a gorilla. I love you. Phil, I'll text you later. A couple hours. I miss you so much. Bree, oh, I just saw that. I miss you so much, too, Heart. I have a plan. I want to ride you like a wild stallion. Phil, awful not awful. I want to talk to you so fucking bad. Nothing with us. Just people are awful and I miss you. Bree, call me, babe. Phil, I can't. These people drove and I'm getting dropped off. All I thought of tonight was you. You have no idea what you're doing to me, do you? Bree, what do you mean what I'm doing to you? Phil, I'm crazy about you. I'm not just saying that. I'm literally fucking crazy. I can't wait to see you. I just want a hug, Heart. Bree, Lamau, I miss you so much. You're all I think about. I'm sick. Phil, I've totally disconnected myself from my life, Dory, and everything I'm used to. I cannot fucking wait to be with you. But I have to go. I'll app text you in the morning. I love you so much, Bree. Bree, we're going to make it happen and everyone's jaw drop. Phil, hearts, and I love you. Bree, you can't call me? Phil, trust me. I wish I could. You have no idea what I went through tonight. I'll explain tomorrow. Bree, you can't call me from your car for like 2 fucking minutes? Phil, I didn't drive tonight, my love. These retarded idiots insisted, and they're about to drop me off at my house. Bree, oh, okay, because that makes sense. He puts question marks. Bree says not. He says, I love you, you lanky, retarded, banana-headed giant. Heart. Good night. Bree says, bye. You know, you tell me you and Dory don't talk and blah, 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 and you don't spend time with her. So if you guys don't talk to each other at home, why can't you just text me while you're home? Phil says, I can, see? Question mark. Bree, okay. So talk to me then. Phil, but I need a shower. Then honestly, I'm going directly to sleep. I've had a really awful day. Bree, so text me while you're in bed. Phil, laugh out loud. You're such a retard. I'll text you when I'm out of the shower, okay? Bree, good, heart. Bree, you take long showers, sigh. How long has it been? 16 minutes. And now you ignore me because you're with her. Cute. Phil, or no, because I was in the shower, idiot. Bree, Hugh, are you naked? Phil, are you trying to get me caught? My phone was laying on the dining room table while you were texting me, Reet. Bree, that's your fault for not bringing it with you. Hey, that's not true, but he just don't want her texting at home because he might get caught. But there's no way you'd be cheating on your wife with a 15-year-old and go to take a shower and leave your phone on the dining room table, okay? It would go with you everywhere. Phil, Bree, I know you want me to leave her. I get it, but don't try to get me caught, please. That's not a solution, I swear. I didn't think you'd text me. Bree, why don't you just keep your phone on you at all times? Because if she doesn't catch you, you'll never leave her. Phil, I should have. I just didn't. Listen, you fuck. Bree, ever. Phil, I'm going to sleep. I've had a bad day. I need it. I love you. I'll text you tomorrow. With a heart. Bree, wrap your arms around Dory for me and make sure you tell her you love her too before you fall asleep. Phil, whatever. Love you. Bree, nope. Bye. Phil, wake up, poop face. Bree, ooh, oh my God. Phil, haha. Bree, Phil, sorry. Bree, you smell. Phil, I know, I'm about to shower. Bree, oh, you're still home? Phil, yep. Bree, oh, you're texting me? Oh my God, please send me a mirror picture like flexing or something. I really will die. Phil, no way, I'm too skinny to show off my body. Bree, I've seen every part of your body, including your asshole. I'm pretty sure you don't have to be embarrassed. It's interesting. Phil, yeah, I know, but I still am. I told you he had body issues. I told you he's always had body issues. With his weight fluctuation, how he likes to brag about it all the time, and then these jokes he makes about, I'm sure everybody's watching because I'm so sexy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't think that about me. I'll punish myself later. Bree says, I'm waiting for my picture. Phil says, eventually. Bree, I've sent you 1 million naked pictures. You don't even have to be naked. Just be cute. It'll make my whole day. So again, even just these pictures are enough. Even the picture, even forget all the times they met up and fucked and talked about it in these text messages. Even the pictures are enough. Phil, when we live together, will you give me morning head every day? I always wanted a girl that would do that. Bree, if you send me a picture. Phil says, that's not fair. Bree says, yes, it is. Phil says, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm too self-conscious. I'm showering now. I'll app text you when I'm out. Love you. Bree, Phil, don't use that as an excuse. I've seen you naked 600 times or more. Bye. Phil sends a heart. Then says, or don't say anything. Bree, oh my God, I love you so much. I guess he sent the picture. Phil, heart. I really got to shower. I'll app text you in a little while. Love you. Bree, ha. You made my day. Bye. Hey, baby. Phil says, hi, darling. Bree says, hi. Phil says, what you doing? Bree says, on my way home from school. Phil says, I miss you. K. And then Bree says, LMAO. Phil says, K. Bree says, are you at Osmolia's? Phil says, yep. My uncles are all over the place, though. Bree says, I'm stopping to get gas. Phil says, with who? Bree says, myself. Phil says, it better be only you. Bree says, why do you say that? Phil says, because. Bree says, never mind. I guess I won't then because Becca's getting dropped off here. Phil says, Becca can come, but I can't kiss you. Can't kiss her in front of Becca. Phil says, or Bree says, then why'd you say it better be just you? Phil, I don't know. Still nervous about your friends knowing already, especially during the school year. Again, Nervous about your friends knowing, especially during the school year. It's so obvious to Becca already. I'm just getting worried. This is what happened last time. Again, they were busted last time. And I'm pretty sure that, like, Bree's mom was told by a friend who was concerned about it the first time with the earrings in the school and everything. This is the second time it's happening after they took a break. The first time police are going to get involved, though. Phil says, it's so obvious to Becca already, just getting worried. This is what happened last time. Bree, no, Becca doesn't know. Phil, I know. I just think the more you come here and she sees us talking, she'll catch on. I just don't want to lose you again. Bree, you won't. Not this time. Phil K.
Patriot just resubscribed for 3 months.
Thank you, Patriot RN, for the resubscription. Bree, you won't. Not this time. Phil says K. Bree says, I love you. Phil says, I love you. Phil says, happy mood, question mark. Bree says, yes. Phil says, good. I like when mean Bree goes away. Bree says, I'm always mean. Phil says, not always. When are you coming? Bree says, 7. Phil says, haha, no, I leave at 4:45. Bree says, couple minutes. Phil says, K. Bree says, almost there. And then she says, here. Phil says, sorry for my phone won't stop ringing. You're welcome. Bree says, that was so close. Phew. Phil says, yeah, way too many people in music for Phil and Bree to be seen at Osmolia's. Even her dad said to see that scumbag that works there. Bree says, rolling on the floor laughing. No, I mean, as soon as I pulled Hape's car in and the garage door closed, my mom was on the front porch. Oh my God. So she's not supposed to be driving her papa's car, I think. Papa's car, maybe. And she was. And her mom was on the front porch. Phil says, you got to stop. Bree says, yeah, never doing that again till I actually have my license. Phil says, I love you. Bree says, I love you too. Thanks for the gas. Again, someone contacted somebody else and said that Phil was a piece of shit from the time they knew him, that he used to work at a gas station. He would fill all his friends' tanks up for free, and then they'd give him $5 or $10 that he'd pocket, right? He would just stick it in his pocket. And was fucking his own if he's going to fuck his own family out of money as a teenager working at a gas station, of course he's going to fuck everybody around him. Could you imagine fucking your own family business out of money? The fuck are you doing? He then goes on to say, she says, thanks for the gas. He says, you'll never pay for gas again, or makeup, hair dye, or anything. Bree says, you'll give me free gas when I get my license? Phil says, I'll give you anything if you just stop getting high. Bree says, rolling on the floor laughing, what about that Civic? Phil says, no, not yet. Bree says, deal's off. Phil says, K. I'm at the office meeting. I'll text you when I'm out. Bree says, K, I love you. Phil says, I love you. Then he says, can I call you? Bree says, no. Laugh out loud. He has a slant smiley face. Bree says, what are you doing? Phil says, why? Bree says, ... Phil says, K, text you later. Bree says, no mo. Phil says, you're with Loverboy? Bree says, you slept with Dory last night? Phil says, you slept with D? Text you later. Bree says, no, now? Phil says, I'm busy. I just had 5 minutes to talk. I'll text you before I go home. She says, K. They both say, I love you. Phil says, sorry to interrupt. Bye. Bree says, LMAO, not interrupting anything. Phil says, right, bye. So again, he has a wife he goes to every night and is playing her as well, his fiance. They never were separating. They were always planning on getting married. This is always going to happen. But he's mad when she hangs out with anybody else and always accuses her of fucking him and cheating on him and blah, blah, blah. Bree says, you have no reason to be mad, Phil. Phil says, I'm not mad. I'm acting like you act. Bree says, K. Phil says, which I'll continue to do every time I know you're with him until you're stopped doing it. I'm at the house. Be away from Tom by the time I get out, about an hour, so I can at least talk to you, not K. I love you. She says, K, love you. He says, ... Bree says, with friends. Phil says, Kay, I'm going home then. I'll text you tomorrow. Good night. I love you. Bree says, don't be mean to me. Phil says, just really wanted to talk to you today. Sorry, no big deal. Good night. Bree says, you're going home to another girl, please. Phil says, Kay. Bree says, you know I'm right. Phil says, good night. I love you. Bree says, okay. Phil says, I've decided that I don't like you anymore. Bree says, good, with a heart. Phil says, Jarbones bought you a 6-pack. Thanks for doing this, Will. Thank you. It's killing my voice, but we're about through it now. Thank you for the donation. Phil says, I wish you liked me more, or at least were excited to talk to me as I am about you. But you're not, sigh. Bree says, Phil, oh, I love you. Bree says, well, I haven't, or I'm sorry. Bree says, Phil, I love you. Phil says, well, I haven't seen it yet. Last night, all I wanted to do was talk to you, but I couldn't because of work. I looked forward to it all freaking day today. Then Tom, now God knows what, is just aggravating caring about someone when it doesn't feel the same back. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a bitch. I'll leave you alone. Sorry. Yes, you are a bitch. Good night, for real. I love you. Bree says, Phil, you know exactly how I feel about you. I love you so much. Phil, yeah, problem is you don't know how I feel about you. Therein lies the problem. Bree, I know how you feel. Phil, go have fun. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bree, I love you. Phil, I love you too. Bree, yay, normal texting. Phil says, yay. Bree says, crazy sex, heart, you're going down. I think I'm more excited to have sex with you than last time. Phil says, oh dear, this should be fun. Bree says, oh dear, okay, mom. Phil says, we had sex in mom's beds. Bree says, rolling the floor laughing, oh my God, I have a really funny story to tell you. Phil says, yay, I love your stories. Bree says, it's about mom, which is her grandma. We established that last night. Phil says, she likes me now. Bree says, nope. Phil says, damn. Bree says, day one. He says, damn. Bree, I'm so happy I get to see you. Phil, yeah, this is sort of unexpected. Bree says, but if you have 2 hours free, I'm in. And so are you, literally. Okay. Phil says, should we go far away? Bree says, like to a faraway house. Phil says, yeah, like that Pringle one. Bree says, love that house, but gives us less time. Phil says, less sex time, though, because of the drive. Bree says, rolling on the floor exactly. Phil says, up to you. Bree says, music. Phil says, K, I was going to swerve. You're lucky. Bree says, did you see me? Phil says, yes, I beeped. Bree said, no, you didn't. Phil says, it was probably too late by the time you drove by, but I did. Bree says, shower, be right back. Phil says, me too, don't text back. I'll text you when I'm leaving. Love you. Bree says, I need to talk to you immediately. Phil says, what's wrong? Bree says, can you call me? Phil says, not yet. I'm still home. Just tell me. Bree says, can't top it all either. I'll kill myself or leave this place immediately because I'd rather be dead than to be here for another day. So, like, she's obviously struggling with a lot of stuff with, like, her parents in school and a lot of his teenager stuff. Like, oh, man, I hate my dad. He makes up so many rules. But a lot of it's above that. And Phil is just manipulating it into whatever he can use it for. Phil says, tough it out till you're 18. Can you still see me? Kay, I'm showering. Now, I'm sorry. She says, yes, now, yes, no, I'm leaving somewhere. Phil says, Kay, I'm showering now, then I'll text you in like 30 minutes. Bree, what time are you coming? I need to know when to leave my house because I'm not going to Manda's. Phil says, I'll text you when I leave pretty soon. Bree says, just call me when you leave. Phil says, okay. On Sibley. Bree says, perfect time and just got here. Phil says, can I call? Bree says, haha, or I'm sorry, Phil again says, haha, your phone died. I'll text you in the morning. Bree says, hey, you, I'm still out. Phil says, oh, okay. Bree says, love you. Phil says, love you too. Bree sends hearts. Phil says, I'm home. I'll text you tomorrow, question mark. Bree says, yes. Phil says, Kay, love you, good night. Bree says, love you too. Hey, you sexy beast. Phil says, hi. Bree says, what are you doing? Phil says, just got out of lunch, headed to Osmolia's. Bree says, yay. Phil does an emote. Bree says, how's your shoulder? Phil says, amazing, Bree. I have to talk to you. I'm in shock and awe. I never had sex like that before. What happened yesterday? Was I dreaming? I don't understand. I'm frazzled. Bree says, you have to talk to me? Phil says, no, about that. And he points arrows up to the amazing sex he had. Bree says, what do you mean you've never had sex like that before? Phil says, I don't know. Something was so much better. Apparently, it was just me. Never mind. Bree says, roll on the floor laughing. No, it's always amazing every time we have sex. It gets better and better all the time. Phil says, I couldn't even think last night. Bree says, why was it so good? Phil says, NFI? But for me, no fucking idea, I guess. No fucking idea. But for me, it was the best we've ever had. Bree, yeah, it was amazing. Our sexual chemistry is just ridiculous. I don't know how it can be that good with someone. I didn't think it was possible. Phil says, did you talk to Sierra and Becca? Please say yes. Bree says, didn't talk to Becca, but I kind of talked to Sierra, and I just said, me and you got in a big fight last night, and you're a scumbag, and I told you I want nothing to do with you. Phil, yikes, how did she react? I don't know if that was the best way to handle it, because she's trying to convince them that she's broken up with them, so her friends won't tell on her again. I think that's how it happened the first time. Bree says, she was like, he's gross, end of story, laugh out loud. Phil, just try your best to keep me a secret. Bree, I can't lose you again. I don't know what I'll do this time. Prison, that's what you'll do. Bree says, yeah, I know. I'd literally go crazy. Me without you equals incomplete. Phil says, I just so need you. I mean, if I'm forced to stop talking to you, I will. But my life will be miserable and I can't handle that again. Bree, again, you didn't care last time. Phil says, nah, see, you don't know how rough last year was for me. I might have made it seem to you that everything was okay and I didn't care, but I was crushed, miserable, and missing you like crazy. Bree says, I don't believe you. Phil says, I don't expect you to. It's okay. Bree says, I need a tanning package. I'm like so unhappy with myself. Don't tell me otherwise. I feel fat, bloated, ugly, pale, and I just feel like I've let myself go. I'm so miserable with how I look. It's terrible. Phil says, I'll give you money for one next time I see you, and you're hot, real fucking hot, retard. Bree says, the last few weeks I've been looking in the mirror and crying. I just hate myself, and looks to me are everything. If I don't feel pretty, then I'm just unhappy. Phil says, you're beautiful and I think you're nuts. I wouldn't alter your appearance in any way, even if I could. And you give incredible head, okay? Bree says, never mind, bye. Phil says, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make you feel better. Bree says, I don't care if I give good head. I want to be pretty. Phil says, I love everything about you, Bree. Looks, personality, looks. Maybe I'm biased because I'm in love, but I think you're gorgeous. Bree says, okay, I'm driving with mom. I'll text you soon. Phil says, K, hello. Bree says, hi. Phil says, what the hell? Bree says, question mark. Phil says, drive forever, question mark. Bree says, I just got home. Phil says, did you crash? Bree says, I wish. Phil says, mwah, ha, 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 ha. Bree says, yeah. Phil says, what's wrong? Bree says, I won't make any sense to explain it to you, and you just have to make a big joke out of it, and I'm really not in the mood. Phil says, no, talk to me. What's wrong? Bree says, I hate myself, Phil. You really don't understand. Phil says, usually when I joke, it cheers you up. I'm sorry. I said that before. I didn't mean anything by it. Your looks, did something happen? Bree says, no. Like today was just the last straw. My whole entire life just sucks. There isn't good thing about my life. Don't joke around or make a comment and be like, oh, I'm not good in your life. Nothing is good. Not one thing. Not one little thing. Phil says, well, maybe you feel that way. I wish you didn't, but I understand. I can tell you this, though. I love the fact that you're in my life again, but being with you puts me on cloud 9. Thinking of you makes me get butterflies. The excitement of coming to pick you, and it ends. He then says, I think that you're an incredible gift. I think that you're only 15 and have your entire life in front of you. I think that it doesn't matter one bit if you have 100 great things going for you right now or 0. I think we're going to, and then it's just the letter E. It cuts off. Bree says, "Oh, Phil, I really love you. I just think it's wishful thinking." Phil says, "And I love you. Don't ever forget that, no matter how bad your day is going." Well, it's not wishful thinking. Bree says, "Phil, it's not just a bad day." Phil says, I'm not saying it's just today. I'm just asking you never forget regardless of the day." Bree says, "Well, that means a lot to me. I'm sorry. I really don't know why you talk to me. I'm so fucked up in the head." Phil says, "You can never explain why you love someone. You just do." All right, Bree, "I know how I feel about you. Why do I love you? No fucking idea." Phil, "Can I call you for a few?" Bree, "Yeah, call me in like 70 seconds. Phil, heart. Phil, heart." Bree, "Hi. Going for a walk. Phone got dying." Phil, "To Tom's?" Bree, "No?" Question mark, laugh out loud. Phil says, "Right." Bree says, "Don't be an asshole." Phil says, "Not. I'll text you tomorrow night." Bree says, "Okay?" Question mark. Bye? Question mark. Phil says, Love you. Love you." Bree says, "Love you too." Phil says, "I'll app text you in the morning." Bree says, "K." Phil says, "Don't be mad. This is just how I deal with Tom the only way I can." Bree says, "K." Phil says, "Whatever. Good night. Don't text me later. I'll be home." Bree says, No, I'll text you anyways." Phil says, "I won't answer." She's already threatened to tell Dory a couple times. When he tried to break it off with her the first time, all sexual, and she threatened literally to message. She's like, "What's Dory's number? I'll tell her again." Like, apparently she's already told Dory once. And then Phil was like, "Oh, this was a test and you failed. I just need you to know how much I love you. This is a test. You failed big." Phil says, "I won't answer." Bree says, "Oh, I forgot you'll be with your fiance. Sorry." Phil says, "Oh, I forgot. You just lied to me about going for a walk and being at your grandma's. Sorry." Bree says, "I just ate at mom's and I'm going for a walk around the development." Phil says, "You're going to Tom's house, you fucking liar. It's okay for you to lie to me, but not me to you. Real fair." Bree says, "Tom lives with his brother. I can only go there late at night." Phil says, "Ha, ha, ha. Good night, Bree. I swear to God, the next fucking time you get pissed because of something I lie about will certainly be the last time. You're a fucking hypocrite." Bree says, "I'm home, Phil." Phil says, "Yeah, now, an hour later." Bree says, "I wasn't with Tom, you crazy fuck." Phil says, "Don't believe you. And why haven't you been talking to me then? And why would you let me believe you were if you really weren't? You're either a fucking asshole for doing that, or you tried to lie to me about it." Bree. Oh, he says, "Either isn't cool." Then Bree says, "Because my phone was dying and my hands were freezing and I was having cigs. I'm going over to Tom's tonight to cuddle and watch The Hangover. No reason to lie to you." Uh-oh. Phil says, "Whatever. I'm going home to fucking cuddle with Dory and watch The Hangover." Bree says, "You're sitting here accusing me of lying when I'm telling you I'm not. So I'm proving my point and saying, no, I wasn't with Tom, so don't accuse me of lying." Phil says, "I don't care. I just don't want to talk to you anymore tonight." Bree says, "For what reason? Because I went for a walk and you accused me of lying?" Phil says, "I just don't, Kay." Bree, "You have such a double standard." Phil says, "Yes." Bree says, You do, Phil. Such a double standard." Phil says, "Something has to change." Bree says, "Yeah, leave Dory." Phil says, "No." Bree says, "Glad you want to stay with her. Cute." Phil says, I don't want to, idiot." Bree says, "Obviously you do." Phil says, "Just never mind. I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay? I love you." Bree says, "No." Phil says, "No to what?" Bree says, "Talk now." Phil says, "I'm having a hard time sharing the girl I love." Bree says, "Welcome to my world." Phil says, "Something has to change." Bree says, "Like, question mark, suggest something then." Phil says, "Lie to each other." Bree says, "No." Phil says, "Kay, your turn." Bree says, "Not lie to." Phil says, "That doesn't count." Bree says, "Not lie, period, 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 period." Phil says, "Then I'm not sure I can take it." Bree says, "You're so dramatic." Imagine a 15-year-old girl telling a 25-year-old grown-ass man you're so dramatic. Phil says, see? Bree says, you are. Phil says, you make me really second-guess being in love with you, Bree. Shit like that, you're so dramatic. You don't have any idea how much I'm in love with you. It's like, yeah, whatever to you. Bree says, you don't know how much I'm in love with you, but I deal with it because I try not to fight with you. Phil says, you're right, I don't know. Because to me, it seems like you have more feelings for him. Bree says, you live with another girl, like honestly, shut up. Phil says, fact, your feelings for Tom are stronger than mine for Dory. Please try to deny that. Bree, so you do have feelings for Dory, cute. Phil, yeah, try to flip it, nice. Bree, you just said that. Phil, on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm a 1 for Dory, you're a 6 for Tom. Bree, well, even if it's a 1, you still have feelings for her. That isn't going to work. Goodbye. Phil, I think I agree. Goodbye. Bree, you're a piece of shit scumbag. Phil, have fun with your movie and cuddles, heart. Bree, and you just told me you have feelings for Dory? You're disgusting. Can you be a 0 on a scale of 1 to 10? Phil says, can you be a 0 on a scale from 1 to 10? I didn't think you could. If it's possible, then I'm so sorry. Because I don't give a rat's fucking ass about that girl, which he then goes on to marry and have 2 kids with and stay with for years, but that's different. For a long time. Bree says, you just said you did. Phil says, you're simply covering the fact that you care about him and significantly. I said 1 on a scale of 1 to 10, meaning nothing. Bree, Phil, I care about him in a sense that maybe when you're home screwing your wife, he's always there for me no matter what. You're not. Bree. And I don't know, Phil. And I don't know if I can love someone who cares about someone else. I just don't think I can. Bree, you sleep in bed with another girl and tell her you love her. I'm not committed to someone to be with them for the rest of my life. You are. And you don't think I didn't do that last year and this year? You just told me you cared about Dory. Phil, fact, if I left Dory, Tom would not disappear from your life. Deny that, I dare you. Bree, if you left Dory, I would tell Tom I couldn't talk to him anymore. Why? Because if you did something to be with me, I would have no trouble just saying bye to him. Phil, the difference here is that I don't have feelings for the girl I'm with, but you do have feelings for the guy you're with. By the way, here's that stamp I was talking about. These are all Scranton Times evidence. ST 2897. These are all going to come out in the other case too. Phil, oh, I'm sorry. Bree, I see Tom as a friend. Phil, a friend that you make out and hook up with? Fuck off, Bree. Bree, oh, fuck. Is that the best you can come up with? Go home and fuck your wife. How about that one? Phil says, K, Bree. Bree says, you're like married. Don't try to get me feel all sympathetic for you or something. Phil says, I don't care anymore. I'm just going to limit how much I can care about you from now on. I don't know what else to do. Bree says, you can limit how you feel about someone? Phil says, I'm going to have to. Bree says, that's impossible. Phil says, I don't think the I love yous can happen anymore. I just think we'll hang out and have fun with each other. But other than that, this lovey-dovey stuff needs to stop. Bree says, you're really a fucking scumbag. Phil says, either that or keep our relationship to ourselves. Pretend they don't happen. Lie to me when you're with him. I'll do the same. Bree, oh yeah, I'll pick you up, have sex with you, then drop you off and treat you like a whore. Like, fuck you. Fuck you, really. Phil, maybe we can fake each other into thinking we're both single for a year and a half. I don't know. I have never said that at all. All I know, Bree, is I'm dying here. Bree says, no more caring about each other, just having sex and lying. Phil says, it's not just sex. We can still go out and date and whatever else like we've been. But I can't fucking know that you're with him. Bree says, but we both know we love each other. Phil says, my heart is literally breaking, Bree. Who cares? I can't go there anymore. I want to, but it's ripping me apart. Bree says, how do you think I feel all the time? Phil says, so why do this to each other? Can you answer that? Bree says, because we love each other and we can get through this. Phil says, H. You think we can? You think we can? You think we can? Bree says, yes. Phil says, I'm so afraid. Bree says, of. Phil says, you falling for him, losing you, getting hurt over this whole thing. I gotta go. I'll text you tomorrow. Good night, Bree, with a sad face, and says, I love you. Bree says, ha, figures, you're a scumbag. Don't bother. Phil says, you're going to Tom to cuddle. You're equally a scumbag. Fine, I won't bother. Bree says, I'm 16. You're 26 and married, and you're cheating on your fiance with a 16-year-old girl. Let's take a poll and ask people who the scumbag is. How about that one? Oh, no. Oh, no. Somebody clip that motherfucker. Bree, talking to Phil, says, I'm 16, Phil, you're 26 and married, and you're cheating on your fiance with a 16-year-old girl. Let's take a poll and ask people who the scumbag is. How about that one? Phil says, go right ahead. Then Phil confirms this and says, you're 16 and hooking up with a 26 and a 33-year-old. I wonder who would win. Maybe we should try. So again, blaming the minor victim, not the two adults that are fucking her, but the 16-year-old who's obviously got issues going on. She lost her boyfriend. She struggles at home. She struggles at school. She's got self-confidence issues. Bree responds, what's Dory's number? Phil says, I'm sure you can find it. Bree says, because that was just totally crossing the line. Never should have said that. Bad idea. Phil says, you can bash me, but I can't bash you. Yeah, that's real fair. Bree says, what's her number? Phil says, I'm not going to sit here and any fucking more and be called a dirtbag by the girl I love. If that's your plan, call her and get it over with. Burn our bridges, and I'll move on finally. Bree says, don't try and guilt trip me. You just totally crossed the line. Don't try and guilt trip me. You just totally crossed the line. Phil says, from both of you forever. Move on. He's talking about moving on, finally. From both of you forever. Bree says, good, what's her number? Phil says, so did you? Take a poll and see if I'm a scumbag? Go call Dory. Make it easy for me. Bree says, I will. What's her number? Phil says, find it yourself. Goodbye, Bree. Phil then says, I still love you and we'll be okay, but we need to continue that conversation, just not now. This is obviously, it must be hours later. Yeah, it's like 20 minutes later, I guess. It's not hours, but it's 20 minutes later. I still love you and we'll be okay, but we need to continue that conversation, just not now. Bree says, okay, I love you, Phil. Phil says, I love you, good night. Bree says, don't answer me now, asshole. Phil says, I'm sorry too. We'll get through anything. We just need to talk things through. I'm going to sleep on my couch now. I'll app text you in the morning. Bree says, I have to show you a hilarious text from Maggie, by the way. So fucking funny. Remind me tomorrow not to not delete them. I love you too so much. Phil sends hearts. Bree says, hi. Phil says, hi. Phil says, can I call you soon? Bree says, I don't know. Phil says, you don't know. Bree says, when? Phil says, 20 minutes. Bree says, K. Phil says, K, with a bunch of smiley faces. Then a question mark. Then he says, hello. Then he says, never mind. I'll try texting you later. I love you. Bree says, will you hold the fuck on? Shower. Hold on. Phil says, don't bother now. I have to run lime crazy to get ready. Then leave. I'll talk to you tomorrow night. Tomorrow, I guess. Text me when you're awake. Bree says, are you fucking kidding me? Phil says, I had an hour for you, but it passed. Bree says, oh, well, I'm sorry. I had other things to do. Sorry, my life doesn't revolve around you. Phil says, call me now if you can. I don't have much time. Then he says, haha, K, fuck it, don't call. Bree says, are you going to talk to me for the whole night because you're going to be all cute and coupled off with Dory, so no, fuck you. Phil says, Dory isn't going, retard, but Kay, fuck me, bye. Bree says, yeah, I'm sure. Phil says, every day that goes by, I question why the fuck it is that I talk to you. You're nothing but fucking mean to me. You make me feel annoying and you've almost constantly ruined the better part of my day for the majority of every week we've been talking. Like, sorry, I really wanted to talk to you after fighting last night. My bad. But now I don't even give a fuck. And I'm going to stop getting myself excited about you each day. I'm sick of the disappointment. Bree says, like, sorry, I really wanted. And I guess she reacts to this message. Phil says, it repeats it again. I'm sick of the disappointment. Then Phil says, don't be surprised if things start to feel a little different because today was the last straw for me. Bree says, I don't care. You slept with Dory last night. I can't take it. Phil says, then we'll stop talking, period. Bree says, I'm not going to let you think I'm absolutely obsessed with you just so you can go home and fuck another girl. I'm not stupid. Phil, yeah, go ahead, stupid ass. Invent stories in your head again. And if you're not completely obsessed with me, I don't want you because I'm completely obsessed with you. So if that's how it really is, just leave me alone and I'll do the same. And you fuck another guy. Let's just keep that straight. You've had sex with Tom more than I have with Dory since the start of this year. You're not innocent. Bree, I'm busy. I don't have time for your stupid bullshit that doesn't make sense. Phil says, 585-9140. Have a blast and stay out of my fucking life. See ya. Bree says, okay, you little princess drama queen. Phil says, and if I go to jail, your boy comes with me. I've got text to show you've admitted to a sexual relationship with Tom Neslo, so go blow your whistle. I'll be ready. I'm blocking you fucking number, and I don't want you to contact me anymore. We're through for the last time. Bree says, what? Because I'm sick of you going home and sleeping with another girl? Sorry I can't trust you after you broke my heart into a million pieces last year. And I never said I had sexual relations with Tom, and you delete your texts. So nice try, Rears. And she corrects it to retard. Phil, and now you've broken mine. We're even and we're done. Bree, how the fuck did I break yours? Phil, the texts were forwarded to my email address and timestamped. I'll print them all off and mail them to your mom's, Kay? I'm not going to let you think I'm absolutely obsessed with you so you can go home and fuck another girl. I'm not stupid. That was what he's quoting for how she broke his heart. Then he says, those words will never leave my mind, ever. Bree, I've told you that before. Phil, sure you have, Bree. Bree, you don't talk to me 95% of the time because you're with your girl you asked to marry you. Phil, just go be busy. I'm obviously not on your schedule today. Maybe Tom can cuddle with you later instead. Bree, I was driving with my mom, you fucking retard. Now I'm tanning. Phil, I'll leave my house to talk to you. Go home late. Let Dory home for hours while we have sex, and I only give you 5%. You're the retard. By the way, he admitted to sex with her again. Bree, how am I the retard? Phil, I love you and probably always have and will, but I'm done with this. Call her, tell your parents, do whatever the fuck you want, but I'm prepared this time. Bree, Phil, shut up. I'll call you when I'm done tanning. I keep dropping the phone on my face. Phil, you're the retard because my life revolves around you, and you don't give a fuck. Bree, I'm such a bitch because I don't give a fuck, and I love you more than you know. Phil, I'm leaving in 20 minutes to be in WB for 5, and I was told specifically that I cannot bring my cell phone since it always rings. I literally cannot talk to you tonight, nor do I fucking want to. Bree, this isn't over. Stop being dramatic. I'll call you when I'm done tanning for 2 minutes. Phil, do whatever you want to me, but I'm done with you. Bree, stop being so dramatic, Phil. Seriously. Phil, let's see you. Oh, when I'm really actually, is he a teenage girl? Let's see you. Oh, when I'm really actually out of your life for good, you heartless bitch. Sad face. Then Bree says, I love you. Phil says, I love you too. Text you tomorrow. And then there's apparently an emote that we need to see. And those are the last messages, folks. That was from 12/3/2010. So there's only about, out of these few thousand text messages, there's only about 300 occasions where Phil admits to explicit sexual intercourse with a 15-year-old minor, according to these messages. Now, Phil claims that he hired a private investigator that doesn't exist with a name that he can't remember to document this as illegitimate. None of the documents exist. And he proved that all these 15-year-old girls with he can't name, all friends with Bree, all fabricated this and knew his schedule, knew his life, knew his fiance's schedule, knew when he had to work, knew where he's working at, knew everything about him, knew every day he went out, every house he ever showed, knew everything about his entire life and fabricated all this. And a PI that doesn't exist proved it from a guy he can't remember. So there you go. Now we know that we got to the bottom of this. There are other exhibits here as well. So if we do I'll read the rest of the exhibits because they don't take long. Rotate clockwise, and they submit just these 2 text messages right here. And it says, I disagree. I think she'll see me as the 25-year-old that fucked her 15-year-old daughter and lied to her about it. And then he says, you're walking a dangerous line. This is when he told her he'd buy her a car if her mom was okay with it. And she said, I'd ease her into it. And then he doesn't want to buy her a car. So he's like, oh, you're going to cost us our relationship. Exhibit C is just her statement about the sexual relationship began in September 28. I began 9th grade. September of 08, I began 9th grade at Riverside High School at the age of 15 years old. November 10th, 2008, my boyfriend Joseph Strzok committed suicide. I was very upset. Shortly after Strzok's, I met Phil Godlewski. I've been communicating with him after Joseph's death. Phil Godlewski was 10 years older than me. Within a couple of months after Joseph Strzok's death, I began having a sexual relationship with Phil Godlewski. I was 15 years old when he started our sexual relationship. Phil Godlewski brought me gifts, jewelry, a hat, and other items in the first few months of our relationship. That's when he got busted. Phil Godlewski and I had sex multiple times while I was a 9th grade and 10th grade student at Riverside High School. Phil Godlewski was charged with sex crimes related to our relationship in July of 2010. Phil Godlewski and I continued to communicate with each other, and the criminal case was pending against him. After Philip Godlewski was arrested, he pleaded with me not to testify against him and said he would commit suicide if I testified against him. In response to Phil Godlewski's plea and just wanting the attention or the situation to end, I stopped cooperating with the district attorney's office during the criminal case against him. I refused to testify against Phil Godlewski at the preliminary hearing in the criminal case. Philip Godlewski and I continued our sexual relationship in the 2014-2016 time period after his criminal case was over. I, Bree, do hereby swear and affirm the statements. So that's her sworn affidavit. And Exhibit D is basically the same thing, but she's swearing an affidavit about her text messages. I received numerous text messages from Phil Godlewski during the time period from February 24th, 2010 to March 12th, 2010. So these are just from February to March of 2010. All those text messages I just read are from February to March. Let me make sure that's right. The first one is February 10th. No, I'm sorry. February 24th of 2010. February 24th of 2010. There's 150 fucking pages of them. To March 10th of March 12th of 2010. That is crazy. That all those 150 pages of text messages for a fucking month? February to March. That's how much sex he admitted to having with her. Over and over and over and over. They were texting every fucking day, hundreds of times a day for, a little over a month. A little over a month, and that's where we ended up at. So that's the messages. On or around March 12th or 13th of 2010, my mother provided my cell phone. So the reason these stop at March 10th is they were in a big fight, and on March 12th, her mother took her phone records to Taylorboro Police as evidence of my sexual relationship with Phil Godlewski. A true and correct copy of the text message communications between Phil Godlewski and I from February 24th, 2010 through March 12th. That's not even a month. What is that? 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. Plus 12. So that's 18 days? That's 18 days are shown on the documents here to attach to mark as Exhibit A. I was 16 years old at the time these text messages were sent and received, and Phil Godlewski was 26 years old. Around Christmas 2008, Phil Godlewski gave me a 2-page document. So this is much earlier. He gave her this 2-page document, and we're going to read it too. Phil Godlewski gave me Christmas presents with a 2-page document, Exhibit B. Then she swears and affirms it. Here's this document we've been reading so much about. 8:31, woke up and texted you immediately. 8:51, saw your hair in the bathtub drain, thought of how much you shed. Grit's gross. 8:59, looked in your fridge for something, or looked in the fridge for something to eat, saw cream cheese in the back, thought of you and your bagels. 9:18, realized that my arms and abs hurt because of, well, you know. 9:21, I saw one of your Xmas presents on a TV commercial. 9:26, looked at your MySpace. 9:36, I thought it was funny and laughed out loud a little bit because sometimes you call yourself a horseback rider. 9:41, thought about how to break up with Dory for you. I'm getting close. This was in 2008, by the way. This is 2 years later. He still hasn't broke up with her. 9:58, saw all 3 of my animals together on the couch and thought it was funny that you called my house a zoo. 10:04, thought about moving to Florida with you. 10:12, wondered if we were really going to work or if you're just going to hate me in 6 months from now. 10:14, realized that you're only 15 but quickly stopped caring. 10:21, I love your fucking legs. Oh my God. 10:24, couldn't understand why I think of you this much. Then I realized I must actually be in love for real like. 10:34, got sad because we can't officially go out. I just want everyone to know that I love you, heart. 10:41, I won't see you today. What the fuck? 10:42, got sad. 10:49, saw a commercial with this is Phil Godlewski's words, some Negro wearing one of the gay hats you want. 10:53, I thought about how much you sound like Lil Wayne when you rap. Not. 10:59, I can't fucking wait to see you. 11:07, crazy things just went through my head when you texted me the word hotel. 11:19, I'm in the shower and I want you here now. Imagine this from a baseball coach at your school. This is when he was still coaching. Imagine your mom finding a topped out document from a baseball coach at your school that says, I'm in the shower and I want you here now. 11:39, I just pulled brie hair from my crotch area. Ha ha. 12:15, I just realized you're the first person I've ever drove and texted at the same time before. 12:39, I'm with a Jewish couple. The guy had those curly sideburns and it reminded me of your hair for some reason. Sorry. 103, keep texting me, but I can't answer because I'm with a Jew. This blows. Well, if it's any help for you to get through this time in your life in 2008, Phil, several years later in 2022, you're going to say that Hitler wasn't such a bad guy and he was getting rid of the Jews because they were hurting everybody else. So maybe that's why. 159. Just got to the office and immediately looked at your MySpace again. Not because I'm psycho, just because I miss you a lot, a real lot. 213, texting you while at the office is badass and you're hot. 221, just got you another Xmas present online. I really need to stop. Seriously, like 239, it's almost time to see you, but not today. 234, just got real sad. I miss you. 256, should we get a jacuzzi suite? 308, fuck cheerleading. You're definitely a hot cheerleader, though. 318, I wonder what your mom would say or if she would give me a chance. 321, I really want mom to cook for me every single night. Me and her would be tight. That's her grandma. 334, a guy named Tom just called me at the office. Strange. 342, you always smell so fucking good. 343, unless you go tanning, yum. 356, why can't you be 21? 415, I hope we're together for a long time. I thought about you a lot, but not this much. 424, we'd have hot kids. Holy fuck. Again, that's not something normal people say. It's not something normal people say. We'd have hot kids. Holy fuck. Is this document searching? Is it searchable? I don't think it is because it's like images. No. All right. We've had hot fucking kids. Holy fuck. 439, I have to get you to watch more TV. I love TV. We're watching shit together, definitely. 445, you would love One Tree Hill. 455, I love that kissing your ears turns you on. That's so hot. 503, haha, vaginal is what I was trying to say. Vagina flaps. What the fuck? 516, I constantly beat you in the Tourette's game anymore. Maybe I'll let you win next time. 523, our song is on. 525, our song is over. Why are we so compatible? I'm 10 years older than you. 535, you wear the same sweatpants all the time. 541, I just pictured you with Corey Schuster and got sad, then I puked. 548, you deserve so much better than me. 6 o'clock, I'm late for work, not because of you for once, but it made me think of you anyway. 609, a girl with an Armani shirt just walked in. I thought of you. 613, our song is on. 615, our song is over. 624, I thought of losing you. The thought of losing you just came into my head again. I never want that to happen, Bree. 629, haha, I just saw a llama on MSNBC. 636, your hands are almost as big as mine, which is frightening, really. 639, more Bree hair inside my t-shirt, great. 701, I just had to lift an engine, holy fuck. No, you didn't. You're the first thing I thought of when I caught my breath, though. Lift an engine. You work at Subway, douchebag. 711, your brown freckle birthmark thingles are sexy. 719, I hope you liked your Xmas present. 721, you're the single most important thing in my life right now. 726, I really seriously love you so much. 733, I want to take MySpace pictures with you ASAP. 741, I really don't feel good. I can't stop puking. I think I puked up Brie hair at least once today. 749, oh my God, I love Tums, but I love you more. 759, you're at the stupid game. I wish I could have come to see you. 818, haha. You run funny. 826, I just sold a blueberry bagel. 838, I can't move without wanting to puke. I wish you were here to make me feel better. 847, okay, I'm going home now, and I just saw a pound of your hair in my driver's seat. I love you. 912, I'm home, but I'm going directly to sleep. I'm texting you right now before I turn off the TV, and I can't wait to text you in the morning. I love you, Bree, so much. And then it goes back into the text messages. This shit is crazy, dude. How is he going to claim that this wasn't him? That none of this happened? How? How the fuck can he claim this is his phone number, this is her phone number? It's got everything about his schedule, where he works, personal things about how his family works, about how his uncle's wife cheated on him, and now he cheats on his wife. Like stuff a bunch of 15-year-old girls would not be able to make up, even if you do have a private investigator, you fucking retard. There's nothing this is over. This is over. It's when someone asked earlier if Phil's cousin picked her up one time, it says yes. Her name was Megan. Whoever Phil's cousin Megan is. He also claims he has a twin brother that died from drugs, and that's why Bree should not do drugs. He also claimed that he came twice in his pants. Bree says, I'm wet already. Phil says, yeah, I know. I came in my pants twice already today. So there's something you can ask him about. Ask him how many times he came in his pants today. Ask him how many times he came in his... Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. I'm speechless. My uncle is cheating on his wife too. We cover each other. So if you didn't see the first part of I've read a bunch of these last night. That's why I'm scrolling back through them to see what the ones are good. They know Dory is nuts. My uncle's wife has been cheating on him for over a year. I helped him catch her. We all trust each other quite a bit. This is fucking wild. I don't know what else to say other than this is fucking wild. This is Phil, what are you gonna do, bro? This is all public now. Anybody can go. I've already downloaded a few copies in separate locations just in case I lose a hard drive. I've got one on a flash drive. I got one on my phone. I got one on my PC. I even emailed myself a copy of it. What are you going to do, dude? Jesus Christ. This is bad, dude. This is bad. This is very, very bad. Oh, man. I don't know. talking about how hard you are, talking literally about fucking her. She says stuff like, you were inside me so deep, and you're like, yep, sure was. Yeah, I love when we have sex. I love when we have sex. What the fuck is wrong with you? The fuck is wrong with you? Why are you still denying? Why did you open up this investigation? Why did you sue the... This was all gone. You didn't have to prove anything to anybody. You could have just kept lying to your following. And then you said you were going to sue the Scranton Times and you wanted to crowdfund it. Man, what a mistake that was, right? What a fucking mistake. This is all done. Rolling on the floor laughing. I don't have time today to have sex with you. Sad faces. Jesus Christ. What do you guys think his excuse will be? What do you think his excuse? He didn't have to do. He sued. The paper didn't sue him and bring all this out. The paper made a claim, quit writing articles. They just wrote the one, right? And he didn't have to do any of this. He went out of his way. He went out of his way to do this and to sue them. This is crazy. This is just wild to me. Like, he brought all this on himself. He brought every bit of this on himself. Pages and pages for 18 days worth of text messages, and there's like 150 pages. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. I was trying to find the one about where he says the one where he talks about fucking busting in his nutting in his pants or whatever. Let's see if we can. I'm just scrolling through while we're reading these. These are just, I don't know. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. He opened this up himself, and now look at all this shit that's going to come out. How can he prove that a bunch of 15, with a private investigator that doesn't exist, that he can't remember the name of, that he doesn't have the paperwork for, that he's always admitted, I don't have it anymore, I'd show you, Will. I'd email it to you if I had it. But he's going to prove this was manufactured by a bunch of 15-year-old girls that knew everything, every detail about his fucking life. I need to go jerk off before bitch face gets home. I'll text you later. That's always a good one. It's always a good one to send to a 15-year-old girl. Jesus Christ. What is wrong with this guy? Like, we all knew it was true. But the more evidence that comes out, the more, I wonder if George will cover this story. They fucking need to. The more evidence that comes out, the worse this gets. Like, what the fuck did he expect to happen, I guess, was the question. What did he think was going to happen? Did he think nobody's going to fucking check this out? The text messages would never come back? He claims he got these thrown out of the first case. He never did. The case just didn't go to court because he took a plea deal. He took a plea deal, so these never came out in court. They were always part of the evidence, though. They just weren't available to the public yet because Bree refused to testify and he took a plea deal. Jesus Christ. Man, there's something wrong with him. 18 days worth of text message. I feel like I've been part of their relationship for like 4 years after reading this. And it was 18 days of their relationship. I won't talk to you. If she files a PFA, we're done until you're 18. Not even a conversation. She went to the fucking school with earrings and phone records and got me fired. Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with your mom. Again, he's admitting to it. She went to the fucking school with earrings and phone records and got me fired. Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with your mom. Yeah, I think here it is. Oh, and I need another picture for tonight as well. Question mark. A sexy picture. Yes. I'll get you one. Thank God I'm sick of imagining you. She says, laugh out loud. I'm going through having sex with Phil withdrawal. He says, oh, you think this is a joke? She says, oh my God, ah ha ha, you really absolutely love having sex with me. Phil says, you're so fucked, it's not even funny. I'm going to fuck you so hard, you'll probably split in half. K, attempt at being slightly funny, but yes, sexual equals fail. She says, oh my God, rolling on the floor laughing. Ha ha ha. Sorry, my phone's in my room charging. Okay. I want you to break me in half. You seriously have no idea how fucked you are, even have the slightest inkling. Bree, what are you gonna go in and out like 6 times then stop? Yay. Phil says K. Bree says that's so funny. Phil says, yeah, it's real funny until you can't walk, asshole. Lick my balls, you fucking whore. Jesus Christ. He even threatens with exposing her as sleeping with another adult. How shitty is it that he just knew that she was fucking she's underage and fucking another man and he never reported it? Like, even if he wasn't having sex with her, if she was just having sex with Tom Neslo, he never fucking reported it. That right there is enough to be like, this guy's a piece of shit. This guy's a fucking piece of shit. Much less you add in that he's the one who's fucking her. God damn. Everybody needs to share this video everywhere you possibly can. Sorry, I'm still looking for this one text message, but everybody needs to share this far and wide. Send it somewhere. Send it to a friend. Send it to his following. Send it in his chat. Spam his fucking chat. This is just crazy. This is just crazy. What the fuck is this? Who would do this? Who the fuck would put this out here? This is another one of their big fights. I mean, she's a 16-year-old girl, so it really doesn't matter what she says in the message. A 15-year-old girl and a 16-year-old girl. It really doesn't matter what she says in the message. If she's coming on to him or she's talking about sex, it doesn't matter. He's always at fault here because she's so young. So no matter what, he's at fault. So it really doesn't matter. Yes, I'm sure some of these are embarrassing to her, but it really doesn't fucking matter. This is all on Phil. It's not even like she was 15, he was like 19, right? Or he was 20. He's 25 fucking years old when this starts. He's been old enough to work out all the retarded, stupid shit that guys do. Look, I was dumb when I was 18 and 19 and 20 and all those. Like, I was dumb then too. But you work through all the retardation or whatever it is. You work through all that. And then you get past it. And then by the time you're 25, you can usually make pretty fucking sound decisions to not end up in prison, not end up dead. You're usually pretty good at it. Not Phil, dude. He's still making shitty fucking retarded decisions. Still. This is where he's testing her again. Oh, I think this might be it. So here's a good one. Let me finish with this. So they're talking about having sex, but he doesn't have a long time to sex. And long time to have sex. And Phil says, and it'll have to be at your grandma's, no time to go anywhere. She says, can't go to my mom's. Phil says, hi, I'll outsmart you, and all you want me to do is fuck me. Awesome. She says, make time to do something, I'll pay you. Phil says, it's really going to be like not a long time, just sex and leave, okay? Bree says, can we go to a house? Phil says, yeah, but I just don't have time to lay around and talk. Bree says, me either. I only have time to pull your pants down as soon as we walk in the house. Phil, I'm going to be walking around hard for the next hour now. Great. Bree, counting last year and this year, even for that whole time we didn't talk, I never wanted you this bad ever. And I'm not making it up. I want to fuck the ever-living shit out of you. And you can't walk. Bree, as soon as walk in, I'm throwing you down and tearing your pants off and sucking your dick. Phil, just because I mess with you? Bree, I don't know. I want you. Oh my God. Phil, I'm going to come in like 30 seconds, guaranteed. Bree, why? Phil, multiple orgasms for the win. Because we haven't had sex in 30 years. Haven't. Bree, we're having sex like 3 times. Phil, I definitely can. I just hope there's time. Bree, over and over again. Oh, and I'm sitting on top of you, riding while you rubbing my clit, and I'm leaned back, holding onto your legs. I'm pretty sure we'll have time. Phil, where am I picking you up? Bree, the gym. I'm going there now to work out for a bit. I'll be there at like 3. Phil says, I'll be there at like 3. Bree, okay. Oh my God, I'm so wet already. Phil says, I came in my pants twice so far. Hopefully there'll be some left. I don't know. So it's disgusting. It's embarrassing. He doesn't even know how to fucking sext. She says, okay, oh my God, I'm so wet already. And he says back, I came in my pants twice so far. Hopefully there's some left. It's right here in front of your face. Like, you don't have to believe me. This is from Phil's phone to her phone. I came in my pants twice so far, just above my head. I came in my pants twice so far. Hopefully there'll be some left. I don't know. And that's the thought of the day we're going to leave you with. Phil came in his pants twice so far. Hopefully there'll be some left. He don't know. Thank you guys for joining us. I did this early to go ahead and knock it out. I got to gather some tools up to be working on my dad's car tomorrow. I got to put in some suspension parts tomorrow, so I'm going to get a list of tools together and put them together. If I have time, I'll be back tonight to like hang out, chill kind of deal. Not a regular show, not at all whatsoever, so don't expect that. But we can hang out over on Twitch if you want to and just talk about bullshit. We might even fuck around on TikTok tonight. Just let me know. Either way, make sure that when a girl tells you, if you're looking for a hookup, if a girl ever tells you, man, I'm so wet right now, say, I came in my pants 2 times. I don't even know if there's anything left in there. That's the ticket to get her to the bedroom. Either way, thank you guys for joining us. We're going to see you in the next one. Have a good night. Love you. See you. Bye. And I jizzed in my pants. She said paper or plastic, and I jizzed in my pants. This is the greatest dump of text messages to ever hit the internet, I believe. I don't know that there's ever been better messages. This is fucking wild. Anybody's free to use that already came in my pants twice pickup line if you need it. Just walk up to a girl and say, I've already came in my pants twice. I don't know if there's anything left. You want to find out? I may hire actors to act out some of these skits over on Fiverr, some voice actors. Motherfucker working at Subway, telling everybody he's a secret agent. Working at Subway and fucking 15-year-old girls telling people he's Edward Snowden. This is just crazy, dude.
What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let 'em burn
Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I know it's a weird time, but I appreciate it.
to the richest pile. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race.
Oh, thank you for the donations and stuff last night, too. We had quite a few and a few today. The new subscribers, everybody. I appreciate that.
Haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, we kill it anyway. And we feel
All right, see you guys later. I got to get some tools ready, do some research, get stuff ready for the job tomorrow. We'll see if Phil goes live or not. But thank you guys for joining us. I'll be on later tonight just to hang out no matter what once it gets dark. So we'll see you guys then.
anyway.